If you are new to the series, I will suggest not watching this video because this video contains spoilers and nobody likes spoilers. So yeah, go watch the movies. Hello everyone, so I decided to review and rank every Scream movie ever made. And yes, I said movie, I'm not going to be talking about the series. It's a series, not a movie. I don't watch a lot of horror movies, well, except the Kill Counts on Dead Me. But I did watch all the Scream movies just for this project, and I'm here to give my honest opinions about these movies. No Scream movie is bad, they are mediocre slash weak films, that's all. If you are here and you're expecting a long and thoughtful review, then you have come to the wrong place, since I like getting to the point and I don't want to waste your time. I'm gonna leave that job for the more hardcore fans of this series. And without further ado, let's see how well the first Scream movie aged.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
In modern day's age, many movies are filled with many references and tropes and all that jazz, but back in 1996 this was a very unusual move. This whole franchise started with just a simple phone call, and it proceeds to be the most iconic moment in the cinema industry.
No.
You never told me your name.
Why do you want to know my name?
I want to know who I'm looking at.
What did you say?
Sidney Prescott is the best horror character, and I thank the writer Kevin Williamson and Wes Craven for bringing this character to life. I praise this movie mostly for its amazing cast of characters. We have Sidney, Gale, Dewey, Tatum, Stu, Billy, and Randy, who likes to talk about livers for some reason.
Did you really put her liver in the mailbox? Because I heard that they found her liver in the mailbox next to her spleen and her pancreas.
Where are you going? Fucking trying to eat here.
These characters are very well written. For some reason, Gale just didn't really resonate with me in this movie, and only this movie, probably because she acts like a bitch in front of Sidney.
Well, it'll be out later this year.
Oh, I'll look for it.
I'll send you a copy.
Bam! Bitch went down! Then we have Ghostface. Who would have thought that someone that wears a black robe and that ghostly white mask would make for a great villain? If no one in the crew ever found that Ghostface mask, I don't think the killer would have been as great and terrifying as it is. It's always the simple things that scare people. The killer reveal is great as well. Maureen Prescott was Sidney's mom and was killed. That will surely come back in the future to bite Sidney in the ass. One critique though about the killer reveal, and that is upon rewatching this. Billy and Stu were the ones who caused this whole ordeal, and while I rewatched this, I noticed that these two characters act very suspicious in like every scene. Just look at that glaring glance. But my critique is just, until I rewatch this, and has nothing to do with a first time watch. The movie is still very solid, and I recommend this one to anyone who hasn't seen it. It's genuinely good fun.
Who is this?
You tell me.
Corey Gillis, 5550176.
Of course, every great movie that does well at the box office is bound to have a sequel, and Scream is no exception. But I have a confession to make. If I were to choose one movie to not have a sequel, it would be Scream, because it works well for a standalone film. But after all that, I still enjoy this movie. One new thing that this film introduces is the Stab series, where it's basically Scream inside the Scream universe. You can literally see it at the beginning of this movie. It's a good regression of the beginning of the first movie. Also, black characters say first cliche? I don't know, I have never seen that happen a whole lot. Sidney is now a college student who deals with idiots trying to make bad impressions of Roger Jackson.
Who is this?
You tell me.
Corey Gillis, 5550176.
One thing I do not like about this movie is the killer reveal. The main killer is Mickey, who I only remember seeing him in that cringe singing or dancing or whatever the fuck that scene was. Speaking of which, what the actual fuck that scene was? No, stop clapping, no, stop singing, no, you guys are weird, man. Anyways, back to the killer reveal, we also learned that the lady we saw in pretty much every scene with Gale, well, except her chase scene, that's Miss Loomis, aka Billy's mom. Oh, she's also the same person who killed Randy. Oh, wait, she killed Randy? Oh man, how am I going to be updated on classic horror cliches? Her reveal is fine, I did not expect that. It's just Mickey's reveal that is lame. Also, bam, bitch went down again. Overall, this sequel is also a solid movie, and I recommend this one to everyone who has one.
I'm a director,
Remember when I said that no Scream movie is bad, just mediocre/weak? Well, here's our first instance of a weak movie. One thing this movie tells us about the Stab franchise is that it got a sequel, and in this one they're filming a third movie, essentially a trilogy. I like how the premise is this just a simple movie studio. That's all. And I think that's all the positive things. Oh yeah, Pastor Randy has a cameo telling us everything we need to know about a trilogy. That's awesome. Now here comes the critiques. I don't really like how Sidney's not present a whole lot. I mean, I don't mind Morty's reaction. He's a goofball. It's just that I wish she had more screen time, since she is, after all, the protagonist of this whole franchise. And of course, I'm whining about the killer reveal again. This time it's justified. The killer is Roman Breja, the same person who we got introduced at the beginning of this movie with the camera behind his back. Hey, Roman, do you know a good pickup line?
I'm a director, Sid. I direct.
Fucking genius. He directed that nasty stuff between Maureen and Billy's dad, and that's Billy's motivation to kill her, and the first movie happened. He's also born from her being raped. Okay, didn't have to clarify that. Anyways, Roman was born from Maureen being abused sexually, so that means that he is Sidney's long-lost half-brother. Okay. My problem with that scene, however, is that Sidney does not know who he is. She never met him. But I will say Roman is very smart. He filmed Maureen meeting with Billy's dad, then showed the recording to Billy. Billy gets an accomplice, that is Stu, then proceeds to start killing pretty much everyone in the first movie, and that's how the first movie happened. A genius, I might say. Well, at least he get to direct his movie.
You forgot the first rule of remakes, Jill. Don't fuck with the original.
Everyone, and I mean everyone, even Wes, thought that Scream 3 was the last Scream movie. Boy, oh boy, they were wrong. We still have 3 more to review, and only one of them was directed by Wes. Yes, that's Scream 4. This movie focuses on remakes/reboots and torture porn. I don't know how accurate the remake/reboot part is. I mean, Scream 5 made that clearer for me, despite being a requel. However, the part with the torture, that's pretty accurate. There's this one kill that is very, and I'm being serious, very gory for Scream standards. The cuts are even out, which is something I did not expect. Now it's 2011, so that means it's more modern than Scream 3, I guess. You already know my critique. The killer reveal, again. Jill and Charlie try to be famous, especially Jill, since she is after all Sidney's cousin. So of course, she is jealous of Sidney. Okay. Seems relatable for me since the YouTube algorithm hates me, but I would never kill anyone for fame. I don't know, seems like a dumb motivation, but do you guys want to know something dumber than her motivation? Jill needs no friends and no family. Yes, her mom died. Trust me, I would be grateful to have loyal friends. But still, damn, just start a YouTube channel if you are desperate after fans. It's 2011, I think everyone knows about YouTube by then. Oh, well, her plan does work, and she gets her 10 minutes of fame. It costs her friends and her life. She killed and died just to be famous. Strange how Sidney's long-lost half-brother and her cousin tried to kill her, because yes, now that's what I call a dysfunctional family.
Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah.
We are at the home stretch. 2 more movies. I honestly enjoyed this one. Maybe not better than the original and its sequel, but for sure it is better than pretty much every movie that is not the first one and its sequel. However, this film is almost not perfect, far from it. The original film, although not necessarily a masterpiece, was almost perfect. I can't put my finger on why I think like that, but I do not think Scream is perfect. Doesn't mean you aren't allowed to enjoy it, but unlike the first movie, this one has a few things I generally don't like. The elephant in the room. Why is the hospital empty? I know it's mostly a nitpick, but this is a fucking hospital, a public place. Why does it look so lifeless? Where are the medics, the doctors, patients? Why are that building there is a single cop? That's dead. You didn't have money for extras? Okay, Dewey is dead. I know, I was shocked. But I have a hard time believing that Ghostface managed to kill him. Yes, the body of a woman, which we later learned that it was Amber, and Ricky was her accomplice, and Ricky was not wearing any ghost face mask and was present in the scene. So that means Amber committed the act. I do not believe she killed him. It's literally impossible. They would beat the shit out of her. She's only a teen. Second, the killer. But I think this is the running gag of this franchise for me. Just me complaining about the way killers reveal themselves. But this time it's not obvious. They still managed to hide that fact well. It's the fact that Amber and Ricky were just obvious peaks. And the thing that pisses me off is that Dewey just gets one of them first try.
There's certain rules to surviving a stab movie. Believe me, I know. Rule number 1, never trust the love interest. They seem sweet, caring, supportive, and then welcome to Act 3 where they're trying to rip your head off.
I was with Sam in Modesto when Tara was attacked.
And let me guess, you were just in the other room, conveniently unaccounted for when she was attacked at the hospital.
Okay, do I have to take this from shitty Sam Elliott over here, or what?
Amber is the most annoying and somehow the funniest Ghostface. She is annoying because she's a brat and somehow funny because she keeps switching to, yes, I killed your best friend, bitch. We'll do that again in a heartbeat. To, do not kill me, I'm just a dumb teenager. I guess she tried to replicate Stumacher's zaniness, but she kind of sounds like a brat more than a crazy person. Also, they literally made the same movie twice. Check this out. Amber and Ricky are pissed that Stab A sucks ass, so they try to make another Woodsboro incident, and any director who reads into that shit and decides to make a movie for, quick cash grab, they will probably make a better Stab movie. Stab fans are going to be pleased, and the survivors will obviously get recognition because they are survivors. They literally made the same movie twice. Literally have that happen with Jill last movie. That was 11 fucking years ago. The difference being is that one wants to be famous, obviously, and directly expresses that, and the others wants to be famous in the most indirect way possible, just to make a better movie. Also, the lack of chase scenes. I did not mention this earlier, but one part of every Scream movie that has are those chase scenes, which are probably the best chase scenes ever made. It's a bummer that this movie doesn't have a chase scene, or any chase scenes. With that negativity out of the way, this movie features the best Sidney and Gale interactions ever. Also, I wish Sidney would spend a little more time with Dewey in person, and this movie is quite comedic sometimes.
What do you want from me, lady?
Hey, watch your tone, new girl.
You know how they always say it goes back to the original? Here's the original.
Despite my problems with this requel, as they call it, I still had fun. If you like this movie, then it's fine. I love how well they recreated Stu's farmhouse, and Act 3 takes place there. That's what I call fan service. It's nostalgic. Also, this movie tackles the so-called elevate horror genre. Okay, are you guys talking about modern horror movies? Can someone explain that in the comment section? I don't know. A final critique though, the ending shot is a downgrade. Remember how beautiful the ending zoom on the original was? Because this is literally an homage to the original ending. Maybe it's because it is dark as hell, but I don't think they have done the zoom justice. One final movie, here we go.
He was a strong, virile young man.
He was a limp dick little fuck who cried before I slit his throat.
To this point, I have never thought that these movies were masterpieces. Until now. In my opinion, this is my hot take, Scream 6 is the best Scream ever. For a second, I thought they would go with the unwise decision of revealing Ghostface's identity very early, but they hit me with a plot twist in the head, dick. This is a sequel for the requel from 2022. Gale is back, and alongside her, we have Kirby from Scream 4. Again, I thought they would do another unwise decision to kill another legacy character, which is Gale. Thankfully, that wasn't the case. The theater/museum building is, in my opinion, the biggest amount of fan service someone would do for a series. Literally everything in the history of Scream is contained here, from Ghostface costumes of every killer down to old props, even clothing is accurate. Ghostface is now more dangerous than ever. Bro is even using a shotgun at one point. Now you might be thinking, oh well, why not get about the killer reveal? But bam! Uno reverse car, bitch. See, you expected that to happen, but you were wrong. I have good things to say about the killer reveal. There are 3 accomplices this time instead of the usual 2. We have Ethan, which is obvious as fuck. Queen was absolutely mind-blowing. I thought she died. And lastly, Wayne, the detective. I did not expect this. That Sue plot twist I have been hit with. One problem though. Where is Sydney? Not even after credits scene where it shows Sydney in the hospital with Gail. I mean, they did say earlier in a line that, you know, she has taken her kids somewhere safe, but I don't know. It felt like a missed opportunity for me. Or hey, whatever happened with the kids? Like, did Sam manage to convince everyone that she was innocent? Oh, and they proceed to tell me that.
Not every movie needs a post-credit scene.
Yeah, okay. You know what? Fuck you as well. Also, how the hell did Chad survive? Bro was stabbed by 2 different killers in the chest a million times. I guess he used the new Dewey. And before I finish the review, this is obligatory, but BAM! What? She dodged it! Oh, there we go! BAM! Bitch went down! Super bitch! And that is all. I had fun making this video, but please don't make a 7 movie. Just end this. As much as I like this franchise, no, as much as I love this franchise actually, Jennifer Staines is welcome. It's time to put the characters to rest. Sydney's story ended with Scream 3, maybe Scream 4, that's up for debate. Sam and Tara's story obviously ended with Scream 6, so you cannot convince me otherwise. I think it's time to say goodbye. Well, they aged very badly, and I have no intention to remove that part because funny comedic timing. Please laugh. Honk honk. Finally, let's rank these movies from worst to best. At number 6 we have Scream 3, my least favorite Scream movie. Number 5, Scream 4, it was decent for what it offered. Number 4, Scream 5, I don't think it has any chance against the top 3. Number 3, Scream 2, a very good sequel to a very solid movie. Number 2, Scream, the one that started it all. And number 1, Scream 6. You might call this recency bias, I call this masterpiece. Crazy how this adventure started with a phone call and being just very meta with classic horror movies. It's nice to see just how far this franchise has come. And I like how even with the new movies, they keep the original intentions that Wes Craven and pretty much everyone who worked on the original set had. That being meta and commentary on the horror genre. And before I go, here's a tier list with every Scream movie. And before I go, I need to ask this very specific question. What's your favorite scary movie?